Om Yogis, welcome to Practice with Kali, the Hindu goddess of change and death. So grab a rolled up blanket, lovelies, take it horizontally across your mat so you can just rest your head on that. Lie down and just gently start to roll your head over that blanket. One way and then the other. So looking at how Kali came to be, there's a few theories in the Hindu stories. One of them is that Shiva asks Parvati to fight an enemy who can only be slain by a female. So Parvati and Shiva merge and Kali is created. Relax the hinge of your jaw and relax your face as you roll your head slowly side to side. Picturing in your mind's eye Parvati and Shiva merging to create Kali so that she can destroy an enemy that Shiva cannot. Come back to center when you're ready and just slowly stick out your tongue. Take your tongue down towards your chin, open your eyes and look up. And then squeeze all of the muscles of your face in towards your nose. So we inhale lion face, looking up, tongue out. And exhale lemon face. Or you can do that the other way around, Inhale lemon. And exhale lion. Just do this a few times on your own. And then come to stillness, wiping your chin if you need to. Hug one knee in and just start to roll the ankle in circles, roll the foot in circles. Another origin story for Kali is that Shiva one day refers to Parvati as Kali, meaning that she is a dark one. And Parvati is so upset and offended by this that she performs many austerities to become Gauri, the golden one. And the dark energy that is released in these austerities become Kaushiki, who while enraged then creates Kali. So Kali is again coming from Parvati. Let's roll the foot the other way a few times. And then swap the leg over. So hug the other knee in and roll the other foot in circles. Beautiful. Change direction. Lovely. Now bring both knees in and circle your knees in opposite opposing directions. So the legs separate, the knees circle outwards, then come back together. In another text, In the Hindu tradition, Kali is also said to have emerged from Durga to help destroy evil and protect the innocent. To change the direction of your circles, lovely. Lovely, and then let's bring both feet back to the floor and just gently start to tilt the pelvis. So press the lower back into the floor, pelvis tilts towards you. Press tailbone down to the floor, pelvis tips away from you. Exhale as you press the lower back in, engaging the abdomen. And inhale as you press the tailbone down, stretching out the belly and the solar plexus chakra here. And you can stay with those pelvic tilts, or if you like, you can come into a moving bridge now. So just follow the tilt upwards into bridge position, and then bring it down on the exhale. One thing that all the stories, the origin stories about Kali have in common is that Kali is a fierce, foreboding warrior goddess who comes forward to fight against dark forces. You know, being that she's a bit of a dark force herself. So when Parvati becomes Kali, her bloodlust is said to be unquenchable, and Shiva had to intervene, which is why they merged in that story. So Kali teaches us of the destructive power within us all when dark forces are out of control. Prior to this, Parvati is generally known as exceptionally merciful and kind. So Kali, as a part of Parvati, shows us the polarity force and the potential for destruction within even the most gentle of souls. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring your bridge or your pelvic tilts to stillness. And again, hug both knees in towards you. Let the knees separate and just roll to one side. So you're in a little fetal position here with the arms and legs together. Now separate your top arm and your top leg. Open yourself up until you roll the other way. And then continue to do this side to side, letting the momentum of the open arm and the open leg take you one way and then the other. Until eventually you come to stillness on one side and gently press up to a comfortable seat. And in your comfortable seat, let's come into a seated cat-cow, so just hold your knees, exhale, round your back, inhale, open your heart. So Kali comes close when she is helping us move through the destructive forces of polarity and pain. She understands the creation of pain, and so in a way she is born to fight it. You know, it's a sort of a like for like thing going on here. She understands the creation of pain, the creation of darkness, and so in a way she is born to destroy it. Beautiful. Let's come to stillness when you're ready, and then just gently From your solar plexus chakra, deep inside your abdomen, start to circle, to create little circles in your abdomen, and start to roll the belly, roll the body in whatever way feels right for you. So pain deep inside of us creates a thought process, creates a feeling that affects our thoughts. So a thought process is created, and that thought process creates behavior. And that behavior creates negative actions and outcomes. And really, when we think about it, all human atrocities are rooted in pain. Change the direction of your circle of bliss. So Kali comes to the battlefield, ready to face the pain and to clear it. She's like a whirlwind for the transformation of pain. Come to stillness when you're ready. And let's just start to roll the head in circles very, very gently. So it's like you're drawing a circle with your chin. And that circle can begin quite small and expand as you go, as your neck releases. Go slowly, heal of bliss. Let's change the direction of that circle. Coming to stillness when you're ready. Inhale at the center line of your seated position, and as you exhale, twist to the left. Slowly inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, twist to the right. Continue to do this to the rhythm of slow, deep breath, twisting left and right. So Kali teaches us why we too have to learn to face and clear the pain within us. And this is because of the destructive forces that our pain can create. Kali really understands the destructive power of pain, and that every human atrocity is rooted in pain. The pain creates the feeling, that creates the thought, that creates the behavior, that creates the action, that creates the outcome. So Kali asks us to come to our own inner battlefield, really ready to face our pain and to clear it. come to center when you're ready. And shift your weight forward, coming onto all fours. Taking a regular cat-cow now. Inhaling, opening the chest, and exhaling, rounding the back. Goddess Kali is misunderstood as a dark goddess of death, but she brings only a necessary death for personal evolution and change. She helps us to let go of pain and polarity so we can transform and unify. She helps us to release the pain of the ego so we don't feel so separate and so divided. Coming to stillness when you're ready. Drop down to your forearms. Tuck your toes, raise your knees, come into dolphin pose. And from dolphin pose, we can move between dolphin and forearm plank, just walking the legs back and forwards, walking the feet back and forwards. Moving ourselves up and moving ourselves down. Coming back to dolphin when you're ready. Kali states that deep inside the soul we are one. But within human form is so much separation. We live a divided life. We are riddled with exhausting contradictions, while simultaneously seeking some feeling of totality. And this is tiring. It takes strength to live this life. It takes strength to stay in this pose. So let's come into child's pose. Let's counter the strength that is needed. Resting here. Deep inside the soul we are one, yet we are riddled with exhausting contradictions. One of those contradictions is we are separated, we are divided inside, yet we are yearning and longing for some feeling of totality. From child's pose, we'll come to kneeling and raise the arms as you inhale. And as you exhale, drop back to child's pose, with the arms trailing along behind you. Inhale, kneel up, arms up. Exhale, child's pose. Moving between states. Up and down we go. On your next child's pose, stay there for a moment or two. fours and pressing back, downward facing dog when you're ready. And you can walk the dog left and right, this way and that. Or if you prefer, you can come into a free-legged dog here, moving side to side. Come to stillness when you're ready and walk your hands towards your feet. Bending your knees, keeping your shoulders and head heavy. Press through your feet, tailbone heavy, roll up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time, until you come to standing position. Now turn towards the side edge of your mat and take your palms up towards the ceiling. Your elbows are bent in towards your ribs, palms are out to the sides of the body. And we can begin to march here, bringing the knees up as high as possible. This marching action stimulates the solar plexus, the firepower within us, and the ability to burn old energy away. So knees up, lovelies, and keep walking. So much is going on inside of us. Now is the opportunity to walk some of that off. I love this quote, that we are no longer human beings, we are human marketplaces. So much is going on inside of us at any one time. And this can create pain and unhappiness. Because within our human form there is so much going on. Such a lot of quantifying and comparison, and this leads to separation. We live a divided life. We are riddled with exhausting contradictions, while simultaneously seeking some feeling of totality and oneness. Keep marching, lovelies, and know that we are all of us, on that long march. The long march of life within human form. The journey of moving from being a human marketplace or a human supermarket to a human being again. But how do we do this? This requires that we let things go. We let things go. And this is what Kali teaches us, as the goddess of death and destruction, to let things go. Keep marching, lifting your knees as high as you can. Burning away some of what is ready to go. When you're ready, let's come to stillness. Standing with the feet hip width apart. So your feet are underneath your hips. Your hands come to your belly, your elbows are out, and your palms touch in opposing directions. So your fingertips will be facing opposing directions. Let your tailbone heavy. Let your feet anchor. Let your knees be soft, but your legs are strong. Breathe into your hands and into your solar plexus chakra, allowing your hands to separate as you breathe in. And as you exhale, the hands come back together, and you can switch the hands around so the bottom hand is now on the top and the top hand is on the bottom. Inhale, expand your solar plexus, expand your belly, expand your firepower. And exhale, condense and concentrate the energy. Switching the direction of the hands as you go. Opening as you inhale and closing as you exhale. Continue to the rhythm of a long, slow breath. So when we are seeing our polarity or stuck within our contradictions, we are between a rock and a hard place. The only way out is to let go. And to let go of both the rock and the hard place. Or to let go of the pain and the polarity. And this letting go can create space and energy for transformation. So as you breathe here, feel yourself creating more space in your solar plexus. And more energy here, more prana here. Beautiful. Release that breathing when you're ready. Bringing your hands into a steeple mudra. Maybe separate your feet a little further apart. We're going to start to take large circles with the arms. Folding as we take the circle down and across, and stretching as we take the circle up and across. Circles can start small and expand as you go. We're honoring the cycles of birth, life, and death. Recognizing that this creates space and energy for transformation. And that the moving through of many cycles of death in one lifetime prepares us for physical death, for the release of the old body. As we move between the rock and the hard place that is life and death, we move in such a way that we can work our way free, work ourselves free, rather than create friction and injury that comes from clinging on or from fear of falling away. Keep going, lovelies. Inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you fold. When you're ready, change the direction of your circles. Create space and energy for your own transformation.
Astu dvipade shanchatushpade
When you're ready, come to stillness. Separating your feet even more, turning your toes out, your heels in. Allow your knees to bend. Bringing that steeple skywards as you come into goddess pose. Breathe and hold here. A slow exhale separates the hands, brings them out to the sides, palms facing forward. As the tongue comes out, the eyes go up. Inhale, back to hands above the head. Exhale, separate the hands, palms forward, tongue out, eyes up. Inhale, hands above the head. One more. Exhale. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart center. Straighten your legs and feel the relief of the release process that Kali can give us. The relief that comes at the end of things, especially the end of that goddess pose. Now turn your toes slightly in. Inhale, offer your heart. And as you exhale, fold here, wide-legged forward fold. And in your wide leg fold here, you feel welcome to fold across your left leg. And walk the hands back to center and over to the right, fold over the right leg. If you'd rather just sustain a static fold, you're really welcome to do that. But if you're moving, imagine that you are moving between the rock and the hard place in such a way that we work ourselves free rather than creating friction or injury. When we go one way then the other, too fast, too hard, we create friction and injury. But if we can work our way, we can snake our way through it, we can actually work ourselves loose of that which binds us. And you might have noticed that so far our movements have taken us on a journey of toing and froing, in the hope that we're softening pain, we're softening separation, we're moving between the polarity rather than being stuck in one place or the other. Or you could say we're mastering the marketplace. Beautiful. When you're ready, come back to center. Heel toe your feet in so they lie either together or just under your hips. And as you inhale, halfway rise, come halfway up. Offer your heart, and as you exhale, bow. Continue with this to the rhythm of your own breath. A journey of toing and froing, of moving between the polarity rather than being stuck in one place or another. When we are stuck, that is when pain is created. Friction and injury is created when we are rigid and stuck. But we can move between the rock and the hard place in such a way that we work ourselves free from pain. Snaking our way through. Let yourself fold for a moment. And then when you're ready, grab a block. And we're going to place the block underneath the hands, the heels in, the toes out. So you're standing in like first position of a ballerina, if you're a ballerina. Bend your knees, drop your hips and squat down as you exhale. And as you inhale, straighten the legs as best you can, folding in. So we exhale, squat down, and inhale, fold on in. Find a rhythm. Move between the rock and the hard place as best you can. Keep going, lovelies. Burn away that which does not serve you. And if you don't know what that is at the moment, you can know that you're burning away the polarity of being stuck in one place or another. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's finish in the squatting pose. And shift that block so that you can now sit on it. Separate your legs a little more, bringing your feet to the ground. Your arms inside your thighs, hands in prayer so the arms can push the legs apart a little. Breathing here. releasing that no longer serves you. When you're ready, we're going to grab the rolled up blanket and come to lie over it, but this time the blanket is on the belly, horizontal across the mat. Lie over it so the blanket is on the belly. Resting here, breathing into your belly, connecting with the pulse of the prana in the solar plexus, the pulse and the heat and the fire of your own energy. So Kali asks us to take responsibility and let go of what no longer serves, of that which creates pain. Allow things to die. Be brave enough to let go of whatever might be keeping you stuck. Work your way out of polarity, or move between the rock and the hard place by not holding on to either. Let go wherever you can let go of right now, lovelies, physically. Let the muscles of your face loosen and soften. Arms and limbs become arms and limbs, arms and legs become heavy. Breath deepens. Pulse of prana heightens in your mind's eye. Connecting with your own energy. Moving between the rock and the hard place by simply letting go. Allow yourself to fall, to plummet. Moving away from what no longer serves you. Being brave enough to let go of whatever might be keeping us stuck. And then in your own time when you're ready, Let's press back to child's pose. We'll take a variation here. So we'll make fists with the hands and bring them to the fleshy abdomen. And give your solar plexus a gentle massage here. If you like, you can rest your head against the blanket now. Asking yourself, what is draining your energy? Are you brave enough to work your way out of that? Beautiful. Let's come out of that anyway. Come into Sukhasana, cross-leg position, and come back to seated cat-cow. Inhaling, chest expands, exhaling, rounding the back. Coming to stillness when you're ready, bringing your hands to your knees. Start to roll through the belly again. So lovelies, most of us struggle to let go of what no longer serves us. And this can keep us trapped in a never-ending loop of being constantly triggered and emotionally saturated with pain, and perpetually considering change without ever achieving it. We all know how that feels. So Kali comes in to show us how to win the battle of the loop, how to escape the loop, and how to make the changes needed to stay free of it. Let's change the direction of your circles, change the direction of the loop. Kali helps us to move from perpetually considering change without achieving it to actually really letting things go. And that's a lot harder than it sounds. A lot harder than it sounds. It takes a warrior energy, a fierce determination. Come to stillness when you're ready. Inhale in the center line, and as you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale, twist to the right. So Kali might say to us that clinging to the rock and the hard place brings no joy, and that is no life. It is better to let go of both and plummet towards death. Death as a part of life, an ending that facilitates a new beginning. So she asks us, are you clinging to a person, or to a role, or to a behavior that might be destructive to you? And she asks us to let go of this and allow the natural death process to come. She reminds us how strong we will feel when we are free of the rock and the hard place. Kali says all we need to do sometimes is to stop hanging on and to let go and be free. Come to stillness when you're ready. So, seated now. Let's come into Mishtika Mudra. Bringing your thumbs up, your fingers moving towards your palm, and then bring your thumbs together and your knuckles together, and bring the mudra in towards the solar plexus with the thumb pads facing out. This mudra gives us the willpower to transform, the strength to transform, the strength to change, and the bravery, the courage to let things go. Especially to let things go when we are clinging on through fear. This mudra helps us to release limiting beliefs. Just allow any old energy to move away from you now. Like smoke off fire or steam from hot water. And we'll come into a brief mantra practice while we hold this mudra. The mantra is, I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. In other words, I allow death for rebirth, or I trust life enough to let go of it. Let's inhale together. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of life that will heal me. Beautiful. Release the mudra, release the mantra. And separate your legs, come into straddle pose. And your straddle might be static today, but if you prefer to surrender to the flow or to work yourself free of the rock and the hard place, you can start to side bend over one leg at a time, moving left to right. When you're ready, return to center. And then gently bring your legs out in front of you. As you inhale, lift your arms. And as you exhale, fold. Again, you can stay static if you prefer. But if you want to move between states, work your way out of the rock and the hard place, we can do that. Surrendering to the flow of life as you come up, and maybe surrendering to the cycle of death as you fold through. I allow death for rebirth, or you could say, I trust life enough to let go of it a little. When you're ready, come out of that. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees go wide. Hold on to your feet and we come into butterfly pose here. So just let your knees gently move up and down in whatever way works for your body. Butterfly, so symbolic of this cycle of change. Literally, the caterpillar breaks down into goo. It breaks apart to become a butterfly. And this is kind of what Kali, that Kali energy that will destroy something to bring about something new. Or will destroy destructive tendencies so we can change and we can be free and we can fly. Kali reminds us it takes energy and strength to change. Even to die to a thing can take such a lot of energy and such deep reserves of courage. It takes a lot to let go, a lot. And you might want to think now of all the times where you've let things go, where you've let something go to you, or go away from you, sorry. You've allowed for that natural process of death and dying within your life. And feel the courage that it took for you to do that. And just take a moment with that, with yourself as the courageous warrior for change. Come to stillness when you're ready. And let's drop back onto the arms. So you drop back to your forearms, bringing your feet to the floor, and just let your body hammock here for hammock pose. It's hanging out here for a while. You could call it like a hammock or a chrysalis if you like. Closing your eyes. Think of all the ways in which you have changed, all of the things you've had to let go of, and know that that cycle continues over and over again. What might it be that we are being asked to see now? What might be draining on our reserves of energy, or a destructive force within us that needs to go? Let's lie down now, lie flat to the floor, drawing one knee in, lifting your head, pressing your lower back into the floor for a moment, then swapping sides. Moving side to side if you like. Inhaling as you lie flat and exhaling as you hug the knee in, lifting the head, pressing the back into the ground. Taking a few more moments with your solar plexus chakra, the center of power and energy within us that gets drained by those destructive tendencies. But also causes us to let those destructive energies go when we've got enough energy to do so. So it's the place within us that gets the most drained, but also holds the most power. This place of polarity inside of us. And when you're ready, let's come out of that and come into half happy baby. Just one leg, happy baby. Swapping the legs when you're ready. Swapping the legs when you're ready. Gorgeous. And then hug both knees in towards your chest. And allow them to fall to the left for a supine twist. Really letting go as much as you can now. Really letting go the body, letting go the mind. Trusting the cycles of life, trusting life enough to let go of it. No more clinging on. When you're ready, one at a time, bring your legs back to center and then allow them to fall to the right. Let go and be free. Okay, lovely. As when you're ready, and slowly, one leg at a time, come back to center. And bring yourself into Shavasana, making sure that you'll be warm enough for the next 10 minutes or so. Picturing the goddess Kali in your mind's eye, wearing a necklace of skulls, which is symbolic of her liberation from attachment to the body and attachment to limited ways of thinking and being. Her beautiful blue skin sparkles and her long flowing black hair is dancing here and there in the vibration of freedom that her powerful energy creates. She is more beautiful than you ever expected. The goddess Kali is a fearsome and formidable ally who understands the destructive forces playing out within you and within your life. Her third eye is open, and through this, she helps you to see what is ready to go. Clinging to the rock and the hard place brings no joy. That is no life. Better to let go of both and plummet towards death. Death as a part of life, an ending that facilitates a new beginning. Are you clinging to a person, to a role, to a behavior that is destructive to you? Let go and allow the natural death process to come. How strong you will feel when you are free from the rock and the hard place. All you need to do sometimes is to stop hanging on. Let go and be free. Kali now begins to fade in your mind's eye. And your body gets very, very heavy and sinks towards the earth. In this pose of death and dying, Shavasana or corpse pose, it is safe to let go. So let go and be free. Okay, lovelies, when you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. Moving your fingers and your toes and taking whatever stretch your body might need. Hugging knees into chest. When you're ready, roll a little side to side, gently massage your hips. Rolling to one side. And bringing anything back with you that was useful for you. Or maybe leaving something behind tonight or today as you come to a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands to your heart center, giving thanks to the goddess Kali, goddess of change and death. With so much love. Namaste.